So for today's lesson, we're going to get into some order of operations with solving equations, but first, we'll do a little review. So go ahead and take a moment to pause the video and complete these questions. So for the first one, we're going to remember that whatever you do to the left side, you got to do to the right. And then we're going to work on by first combining our x's. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. We get x minus 8 equals 3. Then we add 8 to both sides, and our final answer is x equals 3. For the second one, we're going to distribute the 2 out to the x and to the negative 4, distribute the 5 to the x and the 2, so we get 2x minus 8 equals 5x plus 10. Subtract 2x from both sides, we get negative 8 equals 3x plus 10. Subtract 10 from both sides, negative 18 equals 3x, and then divide both sides by 3, get x equals negative 6. Okay, so a little bit of review on solving equations. So for order of operations, which I'm sure you've heard, there's many different phrases out there. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, something about an elephant, PEMDAS. But one thing I like to make note of that often confuses people is here I've got multiply and divide in the same row and add, subtract in the same row. The reason why I like writing it like that is because multiplication and division happen at the same time, left to right. You don't do multiply then divide, it's multiply and divide, left to right, just like you read. Same with addition and subtraction. You do add and subtract at the same time, left to right, not add then subtract. Okay, so those things go together and they're done at the same time. So for this first one, we see we've got a set of parentheses. So we're going to start by simplifying the 7 plus 1. So we get 8 squared divided by 4 plus 7 times 3 minus 6. Then we'll simplify the exponent. So we get 64 divided by 4 plus 7 times 3 minus 6. Now we can do multiply and divide in the same step, left to right. So we're going to start with that division because it comes first. 64 divided by 4 is 16 plus 21 minus 6. And then we can do all of these together, add, subtract at the same time. 16 plus 21 is 37, minus 6 is 31. All right, if you feel confident, take a minute, pause, try this problem on your own, and then once you get your answer and once you get stuck, go ahead and press play, and I'll go through it. There's no parentheses here, so we're going to start with our exponent. So we've got 2 times 4 plus 9 minus 9 plus 17. Then our multiplication comes next. 8 plus 9 minus 9 plus 17. Now here there's a little trick that you can do. Order when it's all plus or minus. If you can treat these kind of like blocks where you take the sign with the number, it doesn't matter what order you add or subtract these in. So I'm going to actually start by adding these together because I see they're opposites. Positive 9 minus 9 gets you 0. So those cancel each other out, and you're just left with the 8 and the 17, which is the final answer of 25. Again, pause the video, try this on your own. So I see we've got parentheses here. So we'll do these parentheses first. So we'll do 5 in parentheses, 3 times 4 is 12, minus 18 plus 5 minus 7 is negative 2 squared plus 12. Then we've got, because this multiplication doesn't affect the exponent, we can do them at the same time. I know I'm skipping a step, getting into a little bit of a hurry, but as long as it doesn't affect the parentheses or exponents, you can do the next step. So 5 times 12 is 60, minus 18, negative 2 squared is 4, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, plus 12, and then we'll add all these together. 16 minus 18 is 42, plus 4 is 46, plus 12 is 58. Again, pause the video, and then once you're ready, you can press play to see the work. So we've got a set of parentheses. Like I said before, we can also do this exponent because it's not going to affect the parentheses or any other order. I would leave the last part here. I wouldn't do that yet until we have simplified these other parts. So we've got 25 minus 3 plus 1 is 4 squared times 6 divided by 2 plus 9. 25 minus 16 times 6 divided by 2 plus 9. Now 16 times 6, what you can do, we learned distributing last week. You could rewrite 16 times 6 as 10 plus 6 times 6. So we rewrote the 16 as 10 plus 6, and then this makes it easier because we can do 6 times 10, which is 60, plus 6 times 6, which is 36, and then 60 plus 36 is 96. So that's just a little trick to help with mental math. Not that you need to know how to do that, but it can make life easier. Then we do our division, 25 minus 48 plus 9. Then we do all these together. 25 minus 48 is negative 23, plus 9 is negative 14. All right, our last example for today, and then there'll be a couple of review. We're going to distribute this 3 out first, so we get 3x plus 6 plus 5x equals 6x plus 14. Notice this is an equation that has equal signs. All of the other examples we've done so far are what we call expressions, where they don't have an equal sign, so it's just simplifying. Here, when you have an equal sign, you're solving. So you're trying to find what does the variable equal. Our next step is going to be combine like terms on the left side, so we can add the 3x and the 5x together. So we'll have 8x plus 6 equals 6x plus 14. Subtract 6x from both sides. You get 2x plus 6 equals 14. Subtract 6 from both sides. 2x equals 8. And divide both sides by 2. X equals 4. If we were to check that, you would plug 4 in wherever you see an x. So 3 times 4 plus 6 plus 5 times 4 equals 6 times 4 plus 14. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 6. 5 times 4 is 20 equals 24 plus 14. On the left side, we get 20 plus 12 is 32 plus 6 is 38. On the right side, we also get 38, so that checks. All right, a little bit of review that will be on your homework this week too, so pause, do them, then you can check them. This first one, the square root of x squared, those cancel each other out, so you're just left with x. The square root of 64 is 8. And then the last one will be 2/5. The square root of 25 is 5 and it only goes to the bottom. Then the last thing, just some review on subtracting mixed numbers. So remember, we're going to subtract the whole numbers together and the fractions together. So 4 minus 2 equals 2, which isn't too bad. 2/5 minus 1/4. Well, we got to have the same denominator there. 4 and 5 both go in 20, so we're going to multiply 1/4 by 5 over 5, 2/5 by 4 over 4, which equals 8/20 minus 5/20, and then you subtract the tops, the numerators. 8 minus 5 is 3/20. So our final answer is 2 3/20. For the second one, 3 minus 1 is 2, and then 5/8 minus 2/3. So those both go into 24, so we're going to multiply the left side by 3/3, the right side by 8/8. 15/24 equals 16, or minus 16/24, which is negative 1/24. So when we put this with the 2 here, that means we got to take a 1/24 away, which leaves us with 1 and 23/24.